What's up, guys? We're gonna make a 25-foot test lead today. Got my cameraman Mason behind the camera here, helping out. Thank you. All right, so here's the problem. When we're in Chicago or anywhere it's salty, rusty, and all that, let's say you want to test a circuit on the back of your car. And you want to come back here and you can't find a good ground. Everything's painted, everything's rusty. We're going to make a 25-foot dedicated test lead. Go from the battery all the way back here to give yourself a good power and a ground at all times. So let's get started. So what I bought was, this is Menards, I think, 50 feet of 16 gauge. This is just speaker wire, but that's okay. It's just wire. We're going to use it for testing purposes only, nothing high amperage. So we got these clips from a company called AST. These are really nice because they fit around the battery. They don't touch each other when they're live. You can't touch each other. And they have these really tight jaws here that grip onto the smallest things or the biggest things. So I really like these. I got 4 sets of these, 4 packs of 3 for $28. So I'll show you where we got those. So what we're going to do is, I've already made 1 set, so I'm going to make another set on video this time. So we have about 25 feet of wire here. So the first thing we're going to do is put our inline fuse in it. So I'm going to go down about 2 feet or so and cut this into the middle of it. Okay. Just open that up. Now this has a white stripe on it. I'm going to use the white stripe for my hot so I can keep it straight. Alright, so we got our inline fuse holder here. This is only a couple dollars at Menards also. So we're going to cut one end of this off. This is one thing I highly recommend too, is getting all your connectors into one movable case. I like these non-insulated connectors because it makes the wire nice and flat. Instead of, these are nice, but they're quite big when you go to put shrink wrap around them. So we're going to use a couple of these today. Alright, so let's see which one fits around this. This is a bigger wire. Alright, so I need the bigger connector, but I don't want all this yellow on here. So take this. Keep going around, cut that off. Okay, now we have to get that out of there. So we're going to take one end, cut this off, hold it with these. So there. We got it broke loose, all we have to do is push it through now. Okay. Alright, so we'll put one on this end. Let's make it a little bit more right there. Okay. So now alright, now we'll find a piece of shrink wrap that we think is going to fit over that. That looks like it might work. Grab the end of it here. That's going to be too close. So let's try one of these. Okay. So we're going to take this, put that like that. Keep these nice and straight. Okay, we don't want to cut that one. I'm going to have this one about the same length. So let's cut her right there. Let's take another piece of shrink wrap. All right, you use this or a lighter. The only problem with the lighter is you can't really get on the top of it, so if we use this, we can hold it here, shrink it down, we can hold it underneath, get the flame away from us. All right, so we have a 20 amp fuse in here. Put that back on. All right. All right, so for our ends to put the clips on, we're going to take this and split the wire. Let's see if this fits over this. Not quite. So what I'm going to do is put a smaller piece on first. I'll take this bigger piece and put that on because that's going to cover up that. I'm going to cut one of these in half. And make sure you put this on first. It won't go on later. Alright, so let's get this ready. I'm going to put this in here. Crimp her down. And it puts a little bit of a bend to it, so I like to take it and just pull it back straight. Okay, do the same for this side. Color doesn't matter right now. Make sure our shrink tubing is on. It is. I like to set this in here first. That way it holds it. Put this on. Crimp her down. Straighten it back out. The nice thing about these is they fit in here really nice and snug. So what we're going to do is, let's find our white one. So know that it's red. Put that on there. Now we'll take our big piece of shrink tubing. So it looks nice. I'm going to put that in there as far as it goes. Keep this away from each other. Now we put our smaller piece over that, and it makes it look really nice. That will shrink down to the wire. See that? Kind of cool, huh? Okay. Now we just do this for the rest of the 4 ends. Okay, so now we're gonna test it, make sure it has continuity. We have our colors right because we don't want to mess up the red and blacks. All right, so grab our hand a meter here, put it on the noise. And when I touch these together, it tells me they're continuity. So we'll put one in the red. If I touch this red, it should good sound, and it does. So red to red is good. I'm just checking black to make sure that it has continuity, and it does. So this is ready to go. So let's give it a test. I'm just going to take one end, doesn't matter which end, put it right on our battery. Let's open these up a little more. Now, then when I put these on, these are over here. It's almost like little jumper cables. These are here not touching each other. Red on positive. Black on negative. Now we'll take this to the back. Now, that's hooked up, and these aren't, you can't touch each other. That's why I like these clips so much, because they won't short out on each other unless you do that, then they will. You don't want to do that. All right, so let's run this to the back. So let's turn some lights on back here. Let's turn those on. Test light. All right. So we can test these two and make sure they're working all the way back here, since we've been messing around with the battery, and we'll connect just to make sure our light works and everything works. Always test your ground first. So this should make the light up, and it does. So that tells me our positive and negative are both working. So now I can just leave this hooked to ground and search for a power without having to try to hook my test light to any of the painted or rusted metal. So if one of these is hot, my light will light up, and it does. So, and if I want to check, this is your ground on the plug. If I want to check the ground, we just switch the leads. We'll put this on the positive. So now we're looking for a ground, and when this finds a ground, it will light. So that, and it is. So this gives you a real easy way to test circuits back here, test lights, test your trailer hitch. You know, you can go inside also. I have it on a ground right now, so let's see if one of these pins is hot. So we'll hook it to our ground, and whichever one of these pins is hot, when we touch on it, okay, so there's a power there. No, 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 no. So that's our running lights that are on right now. If we want to test for our ground in there, we just hook this to power. Okay. Retest our light real quick. It does light. So now we're going to be looking for a ground. No, 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 no. Okay, so there's our ground plug right there. So, real convenient way to test stuff, or put it underneath your car, test stuff in the middle of your car. If you want a good solid power and ground for low amperage testing, this is a really big help to me. See you guys in the next one. Okay guys, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Since we had 50 feet of wire and we're able to make 2 of these, I'm going to give one of these away to the first person that tells me what was the name of the orange car on the wall in the back of the video. So give me that name in the comments, first person, I'll send this to you. Talk to y'all later.